Hey guys, welcome everybody to the show. My name is Deitrich Mohan, and with me today is
Jake Sue.
right. So basically, what I do, I'm a gaming host. I totally love playing games, and that's why we're doing some gaming stuff today. And Jake, where you from?
I'm from geekculture.co. I write for that publication. I write about games, I write about movies, I write about comics. Anything geek related, you can find me there. And I play games too. I like games too.
To support.
Yeah.
So, what are we doing today? Well, E3 just ended recently, and we're gonna do our top 5 highlights of E3. And here you are checking out our video. So maybe you guys have enjoyed quite a bit of E3. We've seen Nintendo, Sony, Xbox. We've got the
EA.
different EA, yeah. We've got the different
Bethesda.
publishers. So end of the day, what was your favorite publisher for this?
I'm a Sony fanboy, so it's gotta be Sony.
I was totally into Bethesda land. Like
Uh-huh.
the whole structure of it was just so mind-boggling.
But Microsoft's good though, because we finally got a look at Project Scorpio, the Xbox One X.
Finally, after like I don't know how long was that, man.
And you got to see like a record 42 games shown at like, the Xbox conference. So it's good to see new games coming out.
That's true. So anyway, without further ado, we're gonna get into our top 5
list.
So for me would be Skull and Bones now. So for Jake, his would be.
Mine would be Cuphead.
So for Skull and Bones, I think what I really like the fact that Ubisoft Singapore has this amazing game that they've been trying to work on and getting it out right there. And what Skull and Bones is about is you're on the high seas, you're being the pirates, and you're out trying to do and grab some loot, and that's what all pirates love to do. So you got different kind of game modes. You got PvE for all you guys who want to have some storyline. You got PvP where you got like 5v5 pirate on seas battles. So if you guys love some of your favorite pirates like Pirates of the Caribbean, you want to be the next Jack Sparrow, well, maybe Skull and Bones is for you. So for Jake's,
Okay, talking about Cuphead. Finally, we got a release date for Cuphead. We're gonna get to play it this September. This beautiful 2D art style has captured the hearts of many people around the world. It's gonna be all boss battles, beautiful graphics, platforming. It's all I can ask for from a ID Xbox game. I'm really excited to play this coming September, and I'm looking forward to playing co-op as well for Cuphead. Can't wait.
all right. So I think that was very cool for Cuphead to actually launch it. I thought the art style was really
Yeah, it's
very
the
interesting.
most distinct thing about Cuphead.
Versus everything else. Everybody was trying to do the best graphics, and suddenly Cuphead say, "Hey, you know what? Screw it."
Reminds me of those old Mickey Mouse cartoons.
Oh yeah, that was so cool. So okay, on to our top 4 now. Our fourth would be Fallout VR.
And my number 4 will be Super Mario Odyssey.
So for me is Fallout VR. I've been playing Fallout for a long time. So you got Fallout 1 and 2. That was a turn-based kind of Fallout. I was quite a rebel when Fallout 3 came out and it was a first-person shooter. But I said, you know what, give it a try, and never disappoint. It still retained a lot of the storyline, very intricate ways of telling stories. There's so many different places to go. So end of it, you know what? I want to go there, and for me, I play a lot of VR games, Space Pirate, Trainer. You've got all those VR games that has been launched in Steam and Oculus. So maybe Fallout 4 might be the game for me. So I'm psyched up. I'm very interested to find out, to be immersed in the Fallout 4 world. So for Jake,
As much as I'm interested in the Wasteland, I'm even more interested in going on an Odyssey. Super Mario Odyssey is the first mainline Super Mario game for the Nintendo Switch. And with that, we saw during the conference, we get to go to many different worlds. You get a new companion called Cappy, which you can use to capture enemies and possess them and use their new abilities. You can fly around like a bullet bill. You can capture those Goombas and just look really strange. You can interact with those human-sized humans. They are not Mario-sized apparently. And you get to go to places like New Donk City. You get to see Peach, Bowser, and of course, like I mentioned, Cappy. And I'm very, very interested to see what new gameplay mechanics and puzzle solving they can give us with the new Super Mario Odyssey. And it reminds me of Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Sunshine. Those are some of my favorite games, and I'm really excited to try it out this October 27th.
Yeah, I mean, the interesting for me was it reminded me of Kirby.
Kirby?
So much, like, because Kirby had this interesting gameplay where you take over certain mobs and you get their powers, so now you get the same thing on Mario. It'd be quite interesting if Kirby had a cameo.
We do have a new Kirby game coming out though.
But it's not in my list.
Not in my list too.
Alright, so moving on, we got number 3, and that would be Spider-Man. Now the funny thing was we both kind of had like that same thought for us. So for me it was I really liked the idea of Arkham style Spider-Man. Like, I've played retro games for a long time, and we really hated this LJN superhero kind of game mechanics that they've been doing, like shooters and like Silver Surfer and LGN. So I didn't like that, and then suddenly you get a Spider-Man game that actually feels like Spider-Man. So for me, watching the front part of the gameplay where you are pretty much like Batman, you beat them up, you've got webs, they all use different kind of mechanics, you shoot somebody, it hits the wall. So that really makes me reminiscent of what Spider-Man really is. And so that's why that's my number 3 pick.
Yeah, I'm just glad that we're finally getting a decent looking Spider-Man game.
Yeah, I know.
Or even a decent looking superhero game that, you know, that has a proper story, that has actual good combat like the Arkham games, which everybody loves, right?
Yeah, look.
You get Peter Parker. In this game, it's about 8 years into his career as Spider-Man. So you get to see him wrestle between his superhero life and his schooling life. And you get to see that sweet cameo by Miles Morales, if you guys didn't catch it. That's the other Spider-Man. So very, very interesting to see what story developments they can get into. And it's an Insomniac game, so we have nothing to worry about, I hope.
Yeah, I think they wrapped up the video with the
Those quick time events though, perfect, I think. I'm ready for the return of the quick time events.
So I'm psyched for that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move on. Our number 2 pick. So my number 2 pick is a Nintendo Switch game.
Mine, it's a multi-platform game.
So my number 2 is Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
And my number 2 is BioWare's Anthem.
Now for me, I think I've played a bit of XCOM. You know, I like the complicated gameplay, but I've always liked Mario and Rabbids and Mario's games, and having those two different IPs combined into this one game. I always thought it was going to be some sort of battle style game when they had the first screenshot out, and suddenly it's not a action based game, it's actually a strategy game, and having various guns, various upgrades, and different interactions with the Rabbids and the Mario characters. I felt this is the game for me to bring around. I didn't want to bash my Nintendo Switch anymore, and having a strategy game on the go might be exactly what my Nintendo Switch needs. So for Jake's side,
When you think of BioWare, you think of massive RPGs, massive experiences that takes you into the story and immerse yourself in that new environment, in another world. And no, we're not talking about Mass Effect Andromeda, I'm talking about Anthem, which is scheduled to come out sometime fall 2018. I know it's a way off, but I'm very excited. You get to see during the trailer, you get exosuits, which reminds me of Titanfall. You get that space combat. I think no space combat. You're jumping here and there into water, coming out facing off against huge hulking enemies. That's like Destiny to me. And you get to form squads of 4. I'm very excited about this new seamless experience, and everything seems to be running smoothly. I know it can be a vertical slice, but I'm just so excited that BioWare is making a new RPG and take their time on it so that it doesn't end up, crappy at launch.
so I think that was pretty cool to watch the Guardian pop in during one of the fights, and then he was like, time to use my mortar that I bought recently. I was like, that's a very nice interaction to
It
watch.
looks so gorgeous.
Yeah, it was graphically really cool.
Yes. So it's so seamless. It seems like, there's no loading
That's what I thought too. Like you move in, they all have these characters coming in, and they're gonna go for a battle, and they were doing instance based.
And you see that beautiful electrical storm. And you call your friends in, they just drop in. I can't wait to get people together and just start playing that game when it comes out in 2018.
So for you guys at home, if you guys want to play Jake, I think he's very high chance he's gonna be playing Anthem. Maybe me too. So we're gonna go into our final number one. So my number one would be Star Wars Battlefront 2. Pew 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 pew.
And my number one would be God of War.
So I think for Star Wars Battlefront 1, you know, I got into beta early, started playing a bit of Battlefront 1. I was okay, you know, some of the gameplay, missing a few characters. I played mostly the dark side, the Empire side, and got a chance to play Darth Vader. You know, it was quite fun, and having to pilot different kind of ships, and that made me a pretty fun time playing Star Wars Battlefront 1. But when you pop in Battlefront 2 and you have all that massive fights, you bring in more equipments, more guns, more vehicles, introduces Rey, and I think the most kick-ass of all was having Darth Maul. Oh my gosh, that was so cool, having his double-end lightsaber, and that was just totally boom. For me, Star Wars Battlefront 2. So for you, Jake?
Mine would be the return of one of my favorite series, God of War. It's finally good to see Kratos back, this time with his son, Atreus, and go on this journey through Norse mythology, since he, you know, pretty much eliminated most of the Greek gods anyway. Yeah, so it's good to see Kratos back, you know, in the PS4, looking great, looking sharp. And this time, you know, we get this father and son journey, this story to find out why his son thinks he's cursed, why there's a Norse wolf, snake, serpent helping them out, you know, journeying to a new land. I'm excited to see the return of the traditional God of War combat, all looking very nice. 2018, I know it's not that far off, it's early 2018, so just a few more months and I'll finally get my hands on another God of War game, and I'm beyond excited to do that.
Yeah, so I thought I bought my PS4 Pro recently, and I'm psyched to play Horizon Dawn. And then the next moment, you know, God of War is coming. So I think all you PS4 Pro owners, congrats.
Got plenty of exclusives to look forward to.
Yeah,
right.
I really wanted to find out more about the dynamics of Kratos and his son. I think that was one of the interesting elements of God of War. Like, it was always like and then suddenly you have a son and he's like still but you know, like
it's a nicer man though. He's a nicer dad though.
Yeah. No longer
Hot
so
scoop
blood.
though. There's a dedicated son button. We don't know what it does, but yeah, there's a son button. So
yeah, and Jake calls this dad simulator.
So you got that dad bod Kratos. He's not looking as ripped. He's looking like he's older, more wise, but he has a nice dad bod going.
Like swings the axe.
Yep.
So anyway, thanks so much for watching our video. I mean, do like and subscribe or check out our page. And in future, you know, if you guys have your own top 5 that you guys want to let us know, you know, comment below and let us know exactly what is your top 5, and maybe we'll share some common ground. Maybe you guys might disagree with our list.
Definitely, I think.
Probably, yeah. So if you guys have a better list, let us know and tell us more about what you really like. So I think we're going to wrap it up. I want to add one more thing is I got a special mention. I think I'm quite a fan of Quake. And Quake Champions actually announced their championship. The game hasn't actually launched yet, but they already launched a championship, and $1 million for you. I think that you guys are very good at FPS. I think that's quite interesting that they actually announced that in E3 esports title.
And you got that BJ Blazkowicz DLC.
Yes!
And I got a new Wolfenstein 2, a new Colossus coming. So more killing Nazis.
Yeah, I think that was quite cool. Yeah. That's not my top 5, but it's quite.
It's worth a special mention.
Yeah.
Killing Nazis is always fun, I think.
Alright, so my name is Mo.
My name is Jake.
And do check us out on the next video.